sprawling voidscape of the Coronis expanse, where the cold embrace of the warp coexisted with the endless reaches of the void, a rogue trader named Captain Lysander Blackthorn navigated his vessel, the Starlight Seraph. His ship, adorned with the opulence befitting a rogue trader of his stature, cut through the inky darkness of the void, leaving behind a trail of shimmering stardust. Captain Blackthorn, a man whose ambitions knew no bounds, had long coveted the treasures rumored to be hidden within the uncharted sectors of the expanse. His insatiable desire for wealth and power led him to make a deal with an enigmatic Xenos species known as the Enthralathi. The Xenos, masters of forbidden knowledge and custodians of ancient artifacts, promised Blackthorn unimaginable riches in exchange for his loyalty. As the Starlight Seraph ventured deeper into uncharted territories, the crew began to feel the insidious influence of the Xenos Pact. Whispers of forgotten promises echoed through the ship's corridors, and unsettling visions plagued the crew's dreams. The very fabric of reality seemed to warp, and shadows danced with unseen malevolence. The ship's astropath, a psyker named Elira, became the unwilling conduit for the Xenos whispers. Her eyes, once a window to the warp's mysteries, now glowed with an unnatural radiance. Elira's mind, entwined with the Xenos influence, projected visions of a realm where the boundaries between reality and the immaterium blurred into a tapestry of eldritch horrors. Captain Blackthorn, intoxicated by the allure of the Xenos promises, dismissed the crew's growing unease. He reveled in the treasures amassed during his ventures into the Expanse's unexplored sectors, heedless of the toll the Xenos Pact exacted on his ship and crew. The breaking point came when the navigator, a grizzled veteran named Mordecai, succumbed to the Xenos influence. Mordecai's third eye, the source of his warp navigational abilities, became a portal to a realm of unspeakable darkness. He spoke in tongues, his voice a cacophony of eldritch whispers that echoed through the ship's corridors. In a fit of madness, Mordecai manipulated the ship's warp engines, plunging the Starlight Seraph into a realm where time and space melded into a nightmarish tapestry. Reality itself seemed to unravel as the ship traversed the shifting currents of the immaterium. The crew, gripped by terror, witnessed the ship's transformation into a nightmarish amalgamation of Xenos architecture and human technology. The very hull of the Starlight Seraph seemed to bleed shadows, and the warp's malevolence seeped into every corner of the vessel. As the ship re-entered real space, the crew found themselves in an uncharted sector shrouded in perpetual darkness. Blackthorn, undeterred by the horrors that befell his ship, believed that the Xenos Pact had granted him access to a realm of untold riches. However, the true cost of the pact became evident as the crew encountered a Xenos species previously unknown to the Imperium, the Drakvar, ancient beings whose psychic resonance with the warp rendered them immune to its malevolent influence. The Drakvar, guardians of the uncharted sector, viewed the intrusion of the Starlight Seraph as an affront to the delicate balance they maintained. In retaliation, they unleashed psychic horrors upon the rogue trader's crew. Nightmarish entities born of the warp's darkest recesses manifested on the ship, hunting the crew with an insatiable hunger. Elira, the astropath, torn between loyalty to her comrades and the Xenos influence, became the focal point of the Drakvar's wrath. Her psychic abilities, once a conduit to the warp's mysteries, now unleashed eldritch energies that tore through the fabric of reality. The crew, trapped in a surreal nightmare, fought desperately for survival. Captain Blackthorn, finally realizing the gravity of his folly, confronted the Xenos influence that had ensnared him. The Drakvar, ancient and powerful, revealed the true nature of the Xenos Pact. They sought to use the rogue trader as a pawn to manipulate the warp's energies and unleash a cataclysm that would reshape the sector in their image. In a moment of clarity, Blackthorn renounced the Xenos Pact, severing the connection that bound him to the Drakvar. The psychic horrors, once under the influence of the Xenos, turned on their masters. The ship became a battleground, a chaotic dance of warp-spawned entities and the desperate remnants of the rogue trader's crew. As the Starlight Seraph tore through the void, leaving the uncharted sector behind, the crew witnessed the wrath of the Drakvar consuming the Xeno species. The very fabric of the warp rebelled against the intruders, and the darkness that shrouded the sector convulsed in a cataclysmic event. In the aftermath, the Starlight Seraph emerged from the uncharted sector, battered and scarred by the horrors it had endured. Captain Blackthorn, haunted by the regrets of his actions, vowed to redeem himself in the eyes of the Imperium. The crew, survivors of a nightmarish odyssey, bore witness to the consequences of betrayal in the grim darkness of the far future. The once ambitious rogue trader, now burdened by the weight of his decisions, set a course for the Imperium, determined to atone for the sins committed in pursuit of forbidden knowledge. The Voidscape, silent witness to the horrors that unfolded, embraced the Starlight Seraph as it sailed through the cold reaches of the Coronis expanse, a testament to the fragility of ambition in the grim darkness of the 41st millennium.